So on October 10th, Lizard Labs hosted another town hall. They've been doing this pretty much on a monthly basis, and I'm usually taking notes and making a quick video like this just for you, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any future news. Now, there's a lot of bullish things that came out of this AMA. It was mostly about the LIZ coin that we've all been expecting to come really soon. There are some things that we're talking about that might disappoint some of you, and we were left with a little bit of a cliffhanger, but overall bullish in my opinion. So before I get into it, I do want to say I am a KOL for Lizard Labs, but even before becoming a KOL, I was very bullish on this project, and I remain bullish on this project. But let's get right into it. So this town hall led off with Annie speaking, the CEO. The first thing that was brought up was the structure of how the TGE is going to go, in saying that there wouldn't be any LIP or any vote from the ethlizards holders on this, and mainly because the LIZ coin affects more people than just the ethlizards holders. There's a lot of investors involved too, so they decided not to put this up for a vote. But with that being said, part of this town hall was to lay out a couple options to the community and to get a feel of what the community wants. And he mentions the current market conditions, but basically the market update was gaming coins are down bad. And coins that have recently had their TGEs, GameFi coins, haven't been all that successful. With exception to one coin in Xborg, and that actually comes up in a little bit, and we'll talk about that. So Annie goes on to say how getting listed on an exchange and launch pads have been a pain, they're expensive, and have upwards of 20% fees. The plan is to have liquidity on Uniswap after the public sale. And one of the main questions he was bringing up to the community was that the TGE was planned for October 29th, but because of the complexity of getting listed on exchanges, if they went that route of getting listed on an exchange, we would be looking at the end of November at the earliest for this TGE. It's also mentioned that they've done some research on different exchanges, and they say really any of tier 2 exchanges usually don't have a net positive effect on the coin and the coin price. And they're talking about exchanges like KuCoin or Kraken, and it seems that the stickiest exchanges to be listed on are Binance and Coinbase, but as you can imagine, Binance and Coinbase are also the most expensive to get listed on. And before they get into proposing this new idea, they did mention that the community has been growing a lot through marketing campaigns, influencers, Lizard Lookout, and they have over 11,000 active community members, which they said is up 600%. I didn't mark the exact time frame. They've been pushing it for, maybe 6 months. So maybe up 600% in those past 6 months. But anyways, a change or proposal that they're thinking of doing would be to not take the traditional route, not do launch pads, not do centralized exchange listings, and follow the Xborg approach. And the Xborg approach has been proven to do pretty well so far. And basically what they did was just list on a DEX, a decentralized exchange like Uniswap. There are pros and cons to something like this. There are a lot of people who, don't even mess around with decentralized exchanges, and they're only going to buy the coin if it's on Coinbase or Binance or a centralized exchange. So we're kind of limiting the number of people who might decide to buy this coin. But then again, since you're making it a little more difficult to get the coin, the people who are going to go through the lengths to get this coin are more likely to hold on to it than people buying on centralized exchanges. And even if they went this route for TGE, it doesn't mean it won't be listed on a centralized exchange in the future. It just means it won't be at launch. So Annie went on to say how LIZ coin is going to have some immediate utility where a lot of other coins are launching with no utility at all. He even goes to say that the utility that LIZ is going to have at launch is more than many of these coins have in utility at all. There's going to be yield farming through staking. There's a play to airdrop campaign that's going to run for about a year. The LIZ coin is going to give you access to other projects. The LIZ coin is going to be used for wagering on products such as Battle in the Beyond. The Lizard Lounge app is the central hub for Web3 gaming, where other projects are going to be able to utilize this wagering with LIZ coin. And right now, Andy says they have all the top projects, and eventually they're going to be opening it up to newer projects. So the Lizard League is one of their big upcoming projects that we still don't know too much about, but Andy did tell us that that's where wagering is going to take place amongst different, Web3 games. And he says the Lizard League is like the true meta game, where it's not just about one project, it's about multiple projects. And he says when he tells investors about the Lizard League, along with, every other part of Lizard Labs, Lizard League is the thing that has been standing out the most to what the investors are excited about. And he also says there's going to be utility when it comes to the Lizard Launchpad. And the Launchpad is where you can get seed deals for upcoming coins that are coming out that are partnered with Lizard Labs. All right, so in this chat, they dropped an updated light paper. And I'm actually not even going to get too much into it because I was told that this is not complete. It's only about 80% complete. So when I do hear that it is complete and ready to be shown, I'll make another video going through it. But you can see, the slides, are very nice here. This is definitely one of the more eye-appealing light papers I've seen. I'm excited to hear when this is fully completed and I can do a video just going through this light paper. It's going to sound like I'm bouncing a little bit back and forth, but that's kind of how this town hall went. Back to the exchange listings, Andy mentions for those tier 2 exchanges, you know, KuCoin, Kraken, they're looking to spend between $200,000 and $600,000 just to get listed on this exchange. And this is where he says it really doesn't make sense and it's too risky to list on these exchanges. And he says the only ones that really feel like they would be beneficial would be Coinbase and Binance, but they don't have the money right now to do that. And they were mentioning that it could be, you know, upwards of $1.5 million to get listed on, you know, Binance or Coinbase. So that would be something that might come, you know, later on in the future. So Andy mentions that Lizard Labs is connected or partnered with all the top Web3 gaming projects. And he did throw in a little leak here saying that their biggest partner is yet to be announced. He can't announce it now, but he did hint at it being, you know, a massive AI play. Now, they rounded it up talking about the green room. Now, this is something I've been privileged to be aware of for the past, you know, 3 or 4 months, because that's what they're doing their KOL deals through. But I think when more people hear about the green room, they're going to get even more excited about Lizard Labs. And that's their B2B, so their business-to-business focused project. It's a joint between Lizard Labs and Not Corrupt Media. Not Corrupt Media is the company that Andrew Wall, who used to work at Illuvium, you know, he's the CEO or he's the founder of that project. And he said currently they're already doing, you know, over $100,000 a month in deal flow, and that is trending up. They have deals with over 200 influencers, 80% of which are Web 2 focused. And let me just show you that. So you can actually go over to greenroom.media and check this out yourself, but it's another very impressive looking website. And then he closes up just reminding everyone that another one of the big utilities of LizCoin, you know, that's going to be coming out soon, is that they have a revenue sharing mechanism to that too. So just looking at the green room that is on pace for over $1 million in revenue, that is going to be shared. I don't know the exact percentage, but some of that is going to be shared through revenue distribution of LizCoin stakers. So another reason not only to get some, you know, LizCoin yourself, but also to stake it. Now, what I didn't like is there wasn't really any clear answer to what is going to be happening with this LizCoin TGE. You know, is it going to be delayed till the end of November, or are they going to proceed as planned, you know, the end of October, just going without a centralized exchange? I'd imagine we're going to get an update on that very soon because a decision needs to be made. And personally, I don't mind the idea of not having that centralized exchange. You know, start on a DEX, and as the market gets more bullish, you know, move over to a centralized exchange at that point. But I hope you like this update. I hope I can cut it down to be as short as possible. Thank you, Lizard Labs. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.